Barrister, the relationship between Tinubu and Shettima, is the president and his vice. I remember during campaign, myself, I just talked to I just watch it because, what's his name? Shettima is a very, very eloquent. His accent may be funny. He has a very funny, real core, very, that is Kanuri accent, Hausa man's accent. But the man is intelligent. He is eloquent, even though he's evil because he's a sponsor of Boko Haram. Now, like again, for those of you who know me, even my enemies, I can vilify my enemy and I can commend my enemies. I vilify you when you are doing the wrong thing, when you are being the devil, and I'll commend you when you have some talents. That is just the way I do my things. I do not have a perpetual enemy. I do not have a perpetual friend. If my friend do the wrong thing, I would criticize you. If my enemy do the right thing, I will commend you. And that is just the way I live my life. So now, for those of you who have not been following me, whatever I'm going to say about Shettima does not make me to like him. I don't. He's a devil. He's the devil incarnate. And when it comes to evil, we all know that he is the foundation of Boko Haram. So that's not but there's this gift in him that I like, and that which is good for leadership. He is smart, he's intelligent, he's eloquent, he's charismatic. He doesn't have good accent, but the guy is charismatic. And honestly, when they were coming during the campaign, I just thought, because then Tinubu was acting sick. He was not even acting, he wasn't acting sick. He was literally sick. So I just felt these people, the North will eventually vote for Tinubu because of Shettima. They want Shettima to be in charge. He will be the vice president, but the president, a de facto president. I just thought Tinubu will not be that powerful because he will be saddled with sickness, trying to treat himself or whatever. That was what I thought. But here we are today. Tinubu has succeeded in doing to Shettima what Obasanjo did to Atiku in his second term. Barrister, Shettima has become so powerless. Tinubu seemed to be that man has caught. Honestly, I didn't expect that. I thought Shettima would play a very prominent role in Tinubu's government. In fact, I thought he would wield enormous power. But here we are. The man seemed not to be. The man is just. Yes, I understand. Our constitution does not arrogate power to the. There's no this vice president is what the president wants him to be. The constitution is technically, not literally, they are ceremonial when it comes to Nigeria's constitution. So if the president wants you to be powerful, you'll be powerful. If he wants you to be docile, you'll be docile. That's exactly what happens. That's the power that the president has over the vice president. Yeah, we are today. Shettima is just literally just functioning for functioning's sake. Barrister. Tinubu has been jetting in and out and in of Nigeria at will. There is no, I don't know if you've had any record of such. I've not read of anything. I've not watched any of such scenario where the president handed over to Shettima to pilot the affairs of the government while he's away. Did he ever hand over government to him?
The way he does it is, when you are supposed to go for something like sick leave, you are supposed to notify the National Assembly and hand over power to the deputy.
Yes.
But they will not tell you they are going for sick leave. They tell you they are going for working visit to a foreign state. So they use any kind of this thing to hide under it when we know he's going for treatment, when we know he's going for other things. So to avoid the compulsion of having to hand over power, they use all manner of means. Tinubu has never, they never tell you that he's not where he's going for medical treatment. They are always going to have one
So obviously,
occasion
so obviously,
leave
this medical treatment
or
of a thing, not saying it is that is part of their trick, part of their
it is
gimmick.
part of the strategy not to hand over power. And with modern communication, you can rule from anywhere. They can even bring documents to you in UK or
That's
France,
what they
you
are
sign.
doing now. That's
And
not
that's
can. That's
what,
exactly what is happening. This last one, they said they took files
exactly, that's what I'm
to
saying.
him
That,
in France.
uh, with modern communication, that's what they do. I always say, like I gave an example before, during the Obasanjo's time, and no vice president in Nigeria has ever been as powerful as
As
Atiku
Atiku, honestly.
Abubakar in the first term of Obasanjo. Obasanjo realized his mistake in the second term and cut off Atiku completely. I even tried to remove him as vice president. It's the court that saved Atiku then. So people have learned their lesson. Somebody like Tinubu that is power hungry, he has learned from that instance that you do not give too much power to your vice president. It's dangerous. So they are looking at what happened before. So they put the vice president in check because one, the constitution has not given them any significant role to play in government. So it reduced to going to condo with the communities where people are killed. The president will
Yeah,
say, go
honestly.
to Plateau, go and condo with this
Honestly.
community, go and do that. The vice president is a spare tire. But even spare tires are very useful when
Yes, of
you are
course.
in the middle of the road and
Road,
your car
yeah.
breaks down.
Yeah.
There's no mechanic nearby. That spare tire becomes a very useful
Yeah,
thing
of
to
course.
get you to where you are. But in this
In fact, they
country,
are less than spare tires. That's just it.
I think you even remember the incident with Yaradua when this man was uh, virtually in a comatose state.
Yes,
And
honestly.
they still did not want the vice
Jonathan,
president to
honestly.
exercise executive powers because a few cliques within the presidency were exercising the powers on behalf of the president. Non-elected people then
Honestly.
who cornered the job of the presidency and were doing when the president was in a comatose state. So these are all issues associated with what we talk about, lack of democracy in Nigeria. It's unfortunate that our people cannot imbibe, in fact, they cannot internalize this democracy. I don't see it
Honestly.
happening
So,
now or in the near future. It's not part of the African culture. The African culture is autocratic. The African
yeah,
person,
that is it.
even to the poorest person,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
arrogant and autocratic whenever power comes to him, more than the average person throughout the world. Or
Yeah.
that is human nature, but the level and extent of that in an African is something else, and that's why this democracy cannot. The ground is not fertile for it to grow and be stable in this country. The sheer level of a person personally, there's no amount of power that you give us here, a person here in Nigeria, that he'll be satisfied with it. He will even want more power. Even as Tinubu has one of the most significant powers as president, he still wants more power
Honestly.
to,
All right.
to, to do and undo. So I'm not surprised that the president, the vice president, probably he may complain to private people,
Of
but he
course, he will
cannot
be
raise his head
complaining,
and
definitely.
cannot make it public because that will even make his situation even worse.
Was, yeah.
So
Of
he
course.
is, and then he comes to see that his constituency, which is the North, is solely against the president. So when you see the president seeing that his vice has not able to stabilize his base, his political base, which is the North,
Yeah, that's another thing.
and
Correct.
collect them to back him. He has to be careful in the
Yes.
way he promotes the vice president, the way he empower him, and the way he gives him authority.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Anyway, that is just it. Anyway, both of them are evil. But I think Shettima is a worse evil. Again, Tinubu kind of evil is about himself. His kind of evil is about corruption, just amassing wealth. That is just it. Shettima's evil is about it has to do with killing people for God's sake. Like someone who is who sponsored Boko Haram. What else? This is an organization that is responsible or has been because they are still doing that. That has been responsible for thousands of deaths for God's sake. People that died, they've killed so many people. That is not whatever. Tinubu's one is just about making probably indulging crime and making money through corrupt means or whatever. So, but both of them, evil is evil, but both of them are evil, but evil of different kinds. Sort of so. But when it comes to when they say choose who you prefer to lead you as a president, if these are the only two choices, honestly, I would rather because Shetima is an evil incarnate. That's just the truth. Somebody who is behind or who was behind Boko Haram, you should understand the kind of heart such person has. So that's just my take on that.